All right. We are back in the building again on day 2 at the World Blockchain Summit here in Sunnyside, Dubai. Today, I have a good friend of mine, one of the speakers here at this amazing event. David, welcome to web3tv.com.
Welcome. I'm so pleased to be here. I've come all the way from London, England.
All right.
To be at this exciting, massive blockchain conference in Dubai with a lot of fellow Web3 people. So excited to have this interview on this channel today. So yeah.
Hey, awesome. All right. Hey, but could you give us a little bit of insight? What do you do in this space?
So I am a blockchain lead for Vodafone. So Vodafone is one of the...
Vodafone, like...
Vodafone.
Oh,
Vodafone.
Right. Hey,
so Vodafone is one of the biggest telecommunications companies in the world. We have partnerships with and other telcos in this, Etisalat in this region.
Yes,
But part of what we looked at is how you can bring telco to blockchain, how you compare the things up. So 6 billion smartphones, we've got over 400 million connections.
Right.
We've got 160 million IoT devices. And part of what I've been looking at in my role is how you can connect these devices, smartphones and IoT devices, to blockchain. So that's led to my current role, which is the Chief Product Officer for a new platform that I co-founded in Vodafone called the Digital Asset Broker, which is basically bringing Web3 to IoT.
All right, okay. No, that's interesting. No, thank you for unpacking what you're doing. But it's quite interesting to see Vodafone, which I know very well. It's a huge company getting into the Web3 space. I mean, that is really interesting. So, that being said, I just want to take a few steps back. I want to get your personal view. What does Web3 mean to you?
I think the word I'd use, if I was going to use one word, is opportunity. Simply because Web3 is bringing together decentralized technologies. So it's blockchain, decentralized ledger, and that is allowing a lot of people to participate in consensus algorithms, and trust is bringing a lot of applications on that infrastructure, wallets, digital identity, self-sovereign digital identity, tokens, security offerings, DeFi. So a lot of it is allowing people who were not included before now to be included in the system. So I say that's a big opportunity. And when we start putting Web3 with the metaverse, I think that's an even bigger opportunity with bigger potential.
Wow. You mentioned about sovereign identity. I think that one is quite interesting personally for me, talking about metaverse and AI and all that good stuff. I think sovereign identity, personally for me, could be a game changer, maybe in my point of view, but I'm kind of curious to ask you, just to kind of educate the Web3 TV audience, what sovereign identity is all about.
Self-sovereign digital identity, SSI, I believe, like yourself, is a game changer. It's about putting control of your identity, the credentials of your identity, and your data in control of the person. Right?
Sure.
So at the moment, as we know, Web 2 models. I gave the example earlier of the data coming out of my watch, going into a platform.
Yeah.
And what that basically means is someone is getting that data from my platform and they're monetizing it. Same thing with social media.
That's true.
And essentially, self-sovereign identity makes the data that I generate part of my identity, part of my credential, which I can essentially give or make available to these platforms to use for a fee. Right? So there's a monetization aspect. But there's another aspect of it as well. And I do believe that SSI, self-sovereign digital identity, is the killer application for Web3. Simply because if you look at a lot of the processes we have, right? I'm wearing a paper badge to come into this conference.
Sure.
I came here, I used a physical passport, which I showed when I left the airport, and I showed it when I got to the other side, and I showed it at my hotel.
Right.
What does that passport actually mean? It's a physical representation of my identity. What if this credential to get into the event, my passport, my driver's license, were all part of my digital identity, a credential on my digital identity, which I could give and make available, which were issued and verified by the issuer. So in this case, this would have been verified by WBS, my passport by the relevant passport authority,
Right.
my driver's license by the driver's license authority. But what it actually means is coming in here, I give them access to that, right? So they can verify that I have a valid
You
credential.
give them the permission.
So it's
right.
seamless. Same with a passport. You
Yeah.
go through, I can give them in advance access to my passport credential. They can verify that I've got a passport that's valid, that's issued. Same with my driver's license if I want to rent a car. Now when you think about that, that can actually turn all of the processes that we have on their head, because instead of having the friction of going to a passport office and showing a paper document,
Yeah.
having the friction of getting a paper document to get in here, having the friction of getting a paper driver's license to rent a car,
Right.
all of that can be completely automated, completely seamless,
Just
completely
easy
real
peasy.
time,
All right.
and actually change a lot of the processes that we have now and generate a whole new digital customer experience.
Wow. Okay. No, I'm glad. I'm glad you shared that. I think this is something. This is quite educational for the Web3 audience and the whole community at large. I think this is something we need to get this information out there. I think that there's an incredible opportunity, which you have said earlier, defining in your point of view Web3 is all about. Just a last question before you go.
Before we go there.
Oh, you got an important point? All right,
Before we
let's
there,
go, let's go.
I just want to put the link to the metaverse. So what I described there was the ability to take your credentials for things we do now,
right, okay.
have them automatically verified. Now, when you get into the metaverse, you're not going to be showing a paper credential to go from Roadblocks to Decentraland, or from Axie Infinity to another game,
Right.
or from your government metaverse website to another one, right?
True,
you need
true.
to
Yeah,
have
yeah.
digital verification, real time,
Sure.
of your
Agreed.
credentials, so you can see how self-sovereign digital identity can not only change things for us now in a very, very big way, but it's actually a foundation for how we will verify and use our identities and monetize our
Important point
identities
right
in the metaverse.
Very important.
Just wanted to bring
No.
that one up.
Good point. Good point. No. Thank you for bridging that connection. I think that is also really important too. So just a last question. We talk about trends. But I also know you're working on a lot of interesting stuff. So, but I guess the question personally I want to ask you is, what future stuff you are excited about? I mean, whether it's with Vodafone or personally.
I mean, of course, it's been a very interesting 12 months. From a Web3 point of view, we've seen the value of blockchain, Web3, metaverse tokens plummet.
Yeah.
They're now picking up again. But we've seen a lot of volatility with the collapse of certain exchanges, which has brought a lot of
certain banks too.
certain banks too, which has
let's
brought
bring
a
that
lot
up.
of which has brought a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of uncertainty into the market. But the one great headline that we've had is ChatGPT and the whole OpenAI GPT
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
We're now on GPT-4.
Yes, sir.
And that has been a demonstration of how technology can mature and really bring interest and a lot of difference. Now, what I'm interested in now is how OpenAI, blockchain, metaverse, all come together to push this new...
A more holistic one of you. I love it.
start pushing the new boundaries of customer experience and businesses. And I think that's what we're seeing. What we've seen with the crypto winter is a filtering out of the weaker protocols, a filtering out of the weaker layer twos.
Right, okay.
And we're also seeing a filtering out of weaker businesses in traditional businesses.
Sure.
And I think what we're going to see now is strength ironing strength, and we're going to see AI come together with Web3, this world of wallets, immersive technologies all come together to form a brand new, exciting digital ecosystem that is going to really make a difference.
No, I love it. No, thank you for sharing that. I think we at the Web3 TV, we're excited for the holistic view of how things are going to come, and look, I'm excited to be part of this and bring the future of Web3 into our present reality. So this is something I'm excited
It comes
about.
back to my point. Web3 is opportunity.
There you have it, folks. Anyways, hey David, I know you gotta go. We gotta go.
Nice to see you.
Pleasure to have you, fam. Y'all be good. Y'all be safe. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Pleasure to be here.